Yeah, I had to even touch up my lipstick because this one I want to look nice because we have a special guest. Do I look good for the special guest behind you there, Jezenia? Okay. Before we introduce Jezenia, we took a track called Cash App, and it's by Bella Schmurder, and it brings us to 11:30 Central African Time. It's been a while since I was so excited for an interview because look how cute that is. That is so cute. Okay, so with me now, I have Jezenia, who is a founding director of Naturally Captive, and she's a bird whisperer. And I said, girl, bring those birds. I mean, sometimes I think there'll be a point where I don't want to talk to people anymore, and I just want to have a bird that I can have a non-judgmental, creative, out of this world, up the sky kind of conversation, Jezenia, who's that next to you?
This is Malou. He's an umbrella cockatoo and he's 17 years old.
He's so cute. But what's the name again? Balloon?
Malou.
Say the name again?
Malou. The cockatoo. So it's
Malou. Oh, yeah. And look at him. He just looked straight at the screen. He's so cute. Right. Can he say something like good morning or something?
He doesn't actually talk that great. He makes a lot of sounds that sound like human voice.
Yeah.
I'd say something not on command.
Oh. Okay. So but I'm sure you've had him for a while.
So Malou's actually only been with us for just under a year. He is a rescue. His previous owners had him for around 16 years, and then they did actually abandon him, unfortunately, because he had a few behaviors.
Oh.
So yeah, he's not been with us here for the rest of his life. So.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, so that you said he's 17 years, ne?
Yes.
So his his age by, how do you know like how old? Like when it comes to pets like rabbits, dogs, rabbits and birds and lizards, like you don't like, how do you know with this one?
Well, he was actually owned by the same people from baby. So they bought him at a young age.
Okay.
And then when they surrendered him, how old exactly he was.
Okay, let's get back to you now and away from the showstopper behind you. What do you do at Naturally Captive?
So Naturally Captive is actually South Africa's first ever exclusive parrot training and behavior center. So what we're aiming to do is basically train people. We're trying to reach people to help their birds, because birds are extremely misunderstood creatures. People often get them on impulse and then are stuck with a wild animal at home with a lot of behavioral issues like aggression and screaming. So what we're trying to do is teach people how to live with these animals, how to care for them, and how to train them so that they can live their best lives.
Oh, wow. Look at how Malou is so well behaved. Like, I wonder if he knows that he is on the radio live, also streaming, because, wow, he's giving profile, like he's giving a freshly washed fur. Like, he just needs us to spray some, like, so it can be glowing and shiny fur. I just wish you could speak. Like, so cute though.
Yeah. He doesn't want to say anything. He's camera shy, apparently.
So does he speak when he feels like speaking? Or depends if you say something or if you give him something?
Reach really loud levels.
Yeah.
So when he wants to and make a noise, and he does speak, he's actually, a fun fact about him, he's actually named my mom and I.
Yeah.
He's given us names, which is kind of crazy. So he named me Robert, and he's named my mom Edward. So when he wants
my
one of us,
goodness, no.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my word, that was so random. I could never think like it would just decide.
Right.
So how do you know then that it's calling you? Because maybe it's just a random name that he remembers.
So when he first came here, he actually didn't speak a lot, and he had a very different voice actually to what he has now. But since he spent time, he's tried to figure out a way to get our attention, and on different days he'll want a different one of us. So depending on who he wants, he'll be like Edward or Robert. If the wrong person goes out, he'll continue until the right person goes out.
I think he wants to look at you in the face. He's doing this. He's like, oh, isn't that the cutest thing ever? Wow, such a beautiful. So tell me, you just focus only on different species, like types of birds?
Specialize in all parrot species. Here's another one actually.
Let me see. So that's a parrot.
Yeah, so this is actually technically a parakeet. He's a smaller species of parrot.
Yeah, very small.
But yeah, we find every species of parrot, big and small, as you can see. And they all have we work with.
Oh, how cute is that? So wait, so only parrots you can keep and they won't fly away. Like, how does it work? Like, you can leave it there; it's not gonna fly away.
Well, there you go. He said something.
Is that Malou speaking?
That is Malou. That's his version of speaking, yes.
Oh, nice. Hi, Malou. You are live, darling.
Do you know that? So when it comes to flight, it is actually a controversial subject.
Yeah.
Because obviously you think, okay, a bird can fly. If I take it outside, it's going to fly away.
Yeah.
So we actually have free flight training course, and we have a free flight club here in Pretoria. And it is the best thing to allow your bird to fly. So a very common wing clipping. We do not agree with it here at National
Wing clipping?
And we encourage wing clipping. So that's the process of taking a bird's primary feathers, and you clip every alternating one or a few of them so the bird can no longer fly. But what this leads to is a series of health issues. So you're left with obesity, muscle atrophy, cardiovascular issues, compromised respiratory health. So that's really not the greatest way to deal with flight in birds. So what we tell people is, if you're going to get a flying animal, you may your home to that animal instead of adapting.
Yeah.
We encourage people to train your bird to fly, and we teach people to teach their birds how to fly, and we teach them recall. And what that does is it's really a liberating thing for a bird, because you're allowing it to be able to do what's most natural to it, and you're teaching it back to you. So in the event where your bird maybe flies off, opposed to a clip bird who wouldn't be able to come down to you, who would be a target for birds, fly back down to you at safety. And we also teach them other things like predator aversion, skills like that. That is really, they're life-saving skills.
Oh, okay. These are people that have like birds as pets, ne?
Yes.
Oh, so they can go, just like people go to train their dog's behavior and you take them to dog behavior schools, you can actually go to naturally captive to learn how to train your bird.
Absolutely, yeah. I think that's exactly.
But you only do parrots only?
Yeah, so currently we only do parrots. My history with animals is quite long. So I actually started out in wildlife rehabilitation, and I did study canine behavior at some point. But my passion is parrots, and they're the third most popular pet actually internationally after cats and dogs. So there is a big need, which is why we chose that niche, and we've decided to also work specifically with birds.
You know, how with you though, do you know everything, or are you still learning as you go? Because now my thinking is, every animal has like its own thinking. Like it can just think how it wants when it does. You know, it's not. I don't think it becomes socialized like we do. So are there things that you're still discovering as you go about these parrots? And can one ever learn everything about behavior and all of that?
Absolutely not. So my belief and our belief here at Naturally Captive is we always want to be evolving with science and with newfound research. So everything we do, actually, we try to base on research and fact. And that's always changing. We're never, ever really going to be able to know everything. We always feel like we're scratching the surface, because we always are learning new things, and they're always teaching us new things as well. And another thing with that is, when we get clients in, we never like to compare their bird to a previous bird, because, like you said, they're also unique and individual. So we treat them as an individual.
So with Malou there, seated like that, how long can he be like cool, chilled like this now before he starts wanting to move? And does he just move when he wants to do it, or is it just like, I don't know?
Yeah, so he kind of has a mind of his own, to be honest. And what our course and what our methodology, our routine that we help people to apply with their birds helps is for your bird to be calm like this for most of the day. The birds typically very active in the early morning. Even if you watch them in the wild, they're very active in the morning and in the evenings, right before sunset. So that's when all of our birds get the most active. That's when we like to fly them and spend time with them, and that's when they talk and when they scream. So he will get more active as the day goes on. But he can sit like this quite quickly. He's quite content as long as we're with him. And just he's quite he's got a bit of separation anxiety, so he likes to be with.
Does he like humans or other birds? Like, what makes a parrot like this happy?
So cockatoos are quite difficult to socialize with other birds, even though in the wild they are very social. So Malou is a huge fan of people. We actually do shows sometimes where people come through on our open days, and he flies to people. He'll fly over your head. He'll land on your arms. People's bird. But in general, we like our birds to be paired off, and the plan will be in the future to get him a companion, one that he clicks with, because birds naturally are so shouldn't be kept alone. So he is kept. We keep all our birds in an aviary setting. We have flight aviaries where they spend most of the day, and they can see each other and talk to each other. But yeah, doesn't have a companion as of yet.
So if let's say I'm looking for a pet parrot, I can get one from you guys, or you don't. You don't sell birds?
So we don't sell, we don't trade, and we don't adopt out birds. We have amazing rescues in South Africa where you can apply to adopt birds. And in general, we really encourage people to adopt rather than buy, because, that's what leads to the issue of them being not cared for, is when people just go and buy them on a whim. Whereas rescues, such as Peaky Beaks and Brainy Birds, they really prepare you for what it's going to be like to own a bird and everything you need. So those are the people who we suggest if you'd like to adopt a bird.
Okay, and then how many birds do you have there in total?
We have 10 birds on the property. Currently 11, but we have 10 of our own.
And do they just go quiet at the same time, or it's just always loud?
So again, because of the routine that we have them on and the naturally captive way, you're never going to have a bird who's silent, and that's the truth and the fact of the matter. You're never going to have a quiet bird, but you can have a relatively quiet bird as long as they're not screaming out of frustration. So our birds are pretty lively and a bit loud in the mornings, and as soon as they have their breakfast, they settle down for the day, and then they spend the day foraging and flying and exploring in their aviaries. And then as soon as the day starts to end, that's when it's probably the noisiest, especially with this guy.
That guy. Okay. So, yeah. Yeah. Okay, you remind me of that lady in the fairy tale book. I think she was followed by birds or something. I forgot what the character's name was. Where she just has birds everywhere where she goes because of that. So the one that you put here can stay here for a while, or did it fly by itself? Yeah, that one, the one on the shoulder.
The small one, yeah, no, he just flew onto my shoulder.
Yeah.
We've also got another one. I know she's going to come to me now.
Yeah, let's see.
This
that one.
Is Jody. She's an African grey, Congo African grey. She's currently eating, so she's actually our most talkative.
Oh,
she's bizarre. She actually
we interrupted her breakfast. It's a girl or a boy?
We're presuming girl, but she hasn't been DNA sexed yet, and she's
okay. Okay, that's why I was like, how do you check for gender on birds? So you gotta have to send in the DNA. You can't just be like, okay, it's got a bigger beak or something.
Well, it depends on the species. So there's some species who are sexually dimorphic, such as eclectuses, where the male is like bright green with a yellow bill and the female is red with a black bill. So they're really easy to tell. And then Malou's species is actually quite easy to tell most of the time as well, because the females tend to have a smaller beak and very red eyes. So we actually thought he was in the beginning, and we thought we got a second opinion. But yeah, he's so there's some that you can tell, but most you'd have to do a blood test and then get a DNA sample.
Okay. I mean, we've met the three birds. Are there more that we can see and say hello to?
Okay, there's one more.
Yeah.
I'm not promising anything. She usually is quite loud, so I'm not going to be able to. I don't know if you
Oh,
heard that.
can I see?
Yeah. Okay, she's talking now.
Oh, hi.
So here comes the talk.
How are you? Hello.
Hello.
Look at me. Ooh. Ooh. How are you? Ooh.
Let me back up here so you can see.
Oh yeah, I want to see. So what are you giving them now?
These guys are eating almonds and he's having some banana chips.
Oh, okay. So is that it's not speaking, it's just making a sound.
She's speaking somewhat. So let me move her outside to
Yeah.
hear you. So she speaks a little bit. She's actually swearing a little bit right now.
Oh, thank God.
But
I didn't hear that. We couldn't hear that.
So she's she swears a little bit, but she is, the words are a bit slurred.
Yeah.
But this guy also just said hello. I don't know if you heard that.
Is it
Malu
Malu?
decided to speak.
Is this
Yeah,
Malu?
Malu.
Hi, Malu. Hi. So you just moved him from that thing where he was sitting to another thing. So he knows to sit there by the thing. I don't know what you call that thing where they sit.
This is a tea stand. Yeah, this is one
So
of
he
our tea
knows
stands.
when you put him there by the stand that he must wait.
Yeah,
Oh,
pretty
okay.
much. Yeah, he's getting a little antsy now because he sees treats. So we're giving him banana chips, which is really.
Okay, that is so cute. All right, and then you guys are based where?
We're based in Centurion, Pretoria, but our courses are available internationally through video conferencing. But our flight club is in Centurion.
Oh, like what we are doing now. They can consult with their birds and stuff like that.
Yes.
Okay,
Absolutely.
so let's say I've got a pet parrot and I'm going away for like some time. I can leave it there with you.
No, so we don't offer boarding, but the nice thing about Naturally Captive is we have all the contacts you can need. So for all your parrot needs, you can contact us and we can then refer you to people who we know and who we trust. So we're not going to just refer you to, we're going to refer you to people who we know are going to take care of your birds the best and offer care and love and attention while you're away.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much. This was really quite cool. I think as I get older, I love animals. I don't know. Like I love all kinds of animals. Well, not all kinds. Let me just retract that statement. Thank you so much for chatting to us this morning, Jezenia. And what are your social media handles before we say goodbye to you and Malu over there?
We are Naturally Captive on all social media platforms: Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, and our website is www.naturallycaptive.com. So it's quite easy to remember. So for anything that you need to do with parrots, you can contact us.
So what if I find a parrot? Maybe I'm rescuing one and I don't know anything about it. What must I not do?
The first thing you can do, actually, it's hard to give you a list of what you shouldn't do, but if you're rescuing a bird, the best thing to do is to get in contact with a professional as soon as possible, and then we can guide you from there as to what to feed it and all of that, because there's a lot of incorrect information out there, especially with diet. So you can contact us or rescue nearby as soon as possible.
And do they carry disease? Why am I asking? Like if I find it, should I wear gloves and mask and stuff like that? Let's say I just find one that's injured.
Well, you can always take precautions because there's always something that birds can carry, obviously. Most pet birds don't carry anything, but there are certain diseases like avian beak and feather disease. There's not a lot of zoonotic diseases that can spread to humans, but you can always take precautions.
Okay. I think he wants more. Does he want more treats or he wants to speak?
he wants more treats, and he's kind of mad at me that there's no treats left.
Oh, no. Bye, Malu. Do you think you can hear me? Bye, Malu. Can you hear me?
There you go.
Say bye. Bye, my friend. Birds of a feather. We are birds of the feather. All right. Thank you so much. Enjoy your afternoon, and thank you so much for introducing us to your friends.
Africa, voici Abedi.
Oui, c'est moi.
Abedi est un passionné de musique dans l'âme.